Hey Pooh, welcome back to the channel. I appreciate all the love that I have been getting, all the comments, all the likes, all the new subscribers. If you're new to this channel, hey, I am Ashley J, and basically I talk about anything from first time dancing, because I feel like it's a lot of useful information that is not being shared. Also lifestyle, just how to be yourself, how to be confident, how to be sexy. And that's what we're getting into today. We're talking about basically loving on yourself, understanding who you are, what it takes to be a confident queen, a self-care queen. So for me, if you go watch some of my previous videos, you will kind of see how I overcame shyness, how I basically grew myself into a confident woman, the things that I endured, the things I had to basically endure, basically the things I had to endure, how I conquered them. And we're gonna get right into it. So have you ever just been in a situation or just been in your mind so heavily where you just nitpicking at yourself, everything is so critical, you just being overcritical of yourself? To sum it up, basically you just being overcritical about every little thing. And I just want to let you know, give you some tips, share my story, and kind of help someone that is in this situation or has been in this situation. And if you have been, comment below and share, some things that you went through, how you overcame them, what helped you get through it. Just share with us on this channel. I feel like I'm rambling. Just share, basically. I'm trying to get more, people to engage. Like, my channel is very personal. I talk about personal things. So I want other people to basically join in. So when I was a kid, like, if I would see a group of guys, I would literally walk around them. Like, if it was a shortcut and I had to get to them, if I was like going to the bus stop or going to the library or anything, I would literally take a whole detour basically to avoid those men. Now I can look at a man, I can't really wink. My winking is horrible, but I give him the eye. Have I ever introduced myself? No, but I have went up to a guy. Like, if I felt like his energy and it was kind of shy, I'll go up to him and be like, hey, my name is Ashley, yada yada. Like, what, if we're in an event or something, like, what made you come to the event, things like that. So I would do that. But to rewind, how I got to this stage was basically me loving on myself. And that was the hard work. Now, you can get your hair done, get your nails done, get your body done. You can do all of those things, and it still would be not enough, So you have to do a lot of self-work, inner work. And I mean inner work by going to the root. I had to really go to the root, because my root stemmed from, I didn't look like some of my family members. So it was a lot of questioning, because everyone else has a different dad than I do. So it came from that. It came from I didn't know about my texture of hair. So like, I was always straightening my hair. I did not know like my hair was curly. Like, I have really gorgeous curls that my mom didn't know about, or the natural hair community wasn't just flourishing at that time. So I didn't know about that. I didn't know how to frame myself. I didn't know the certain type of clothes to wear, even though I'm a kid. But it just, clothes that fit you, especially back in the day. Like, we were wearing baggy stuff, and not saying that I should have been wearing form-fitting things, but just things that, made me feel good, because I'm in a family of 5. So I will wear some of my sisters, things that was basically hand-me-down, things of that sort. So I had to really grow into me. I had to grow into loving me. I had to learn the way I spoke, because I have a lisp, because the width of my tongue. I had to just learn so much. I felt like I was just hitting a brick wall when it came to who I was, what do I have to give the world? And it's so funny because nowadays, like, guys that I used to like back when I was a kid, or just, like growing up, high school, middle school, elementary, because I lived in this community where elementary, like, it still was popping, middle school still was popping. So now they try to double back, and it was like, oh, when I had a crush on you, you didn't like me, or yada yada yada. Because I wouldn't say I was like the ugly swan, but I was very quiet. I was into, like, reading books, or like my sister really prevented me from like doing certain things or hanging out with certain people, because some girls was fast, or they was just, how it is, like they was out there. So I couldn't really do those certain type of things, but I had to do a lot of inner work, like going to the place, the origin. Where did this insecurity stem from? Why? I had to really talk to my mom and ask her, like, hey, did you deal with these issues? And just being transparent. Like, if you're a young girl, if you are a 30-year-old, 40-year-old, it does not matter, because at each stage we still go through some type of identity crisis where we're trying to figure out. Because after you have a few babies, or you have one baby and that body don't snap back, you kind of insecurities, or you've had some trauma, you got a scar in your face, just a lot of things that could really like lower women's self-esteem, physically. Because that's the whole thing. Like, it's 2022, we're competing against social medias, we're competing against, like, these teenage girls now look our age. Like, I'm 30. Like, these girls look my age, and they 15, 16, body, all of that. So even if you're a young girl, you probably have all of that, but you need your emotional you basically have emotional distress. So like I said, just figuring out like where it comes from and really working on it. Telling yourself affirmations. I know this may be, I wouldn't even say cliche, but I know it's a lot of information to say affirmations, and you just like, yeah, but they really do work. Like, when I look in the mirror, whether I'm brushing my teeth, doing my hair, whatever it is, I'm always telling myself, like, I'll be like, I'm so beautiful, like, or, oh, this looks so good, or you did your makeup so good. I talk to myself, and I used to think it was weird when I was younger, but now it really did me so much justice, because now it's I'm very familiar with talking to myself like that. And as well, I didn't know how to take compliments. Like, when guys would give me compliments, I would basically, it would just I was hearing it so much. Like, now I just hear it so much, so I wasn't receiving it in a way that I should have. So now I'm like, thank you. Now I appreciate it more, because it was just so foreign to me. Somebody telling me you're beautiful, or this and that. Like, my mom used to say it all the time, but it's your mom. Like, you feel like your mom's supposed to say stuff like that. So, and growing up from Atlanta, like, I don't know where it is anywhere else, and I can only speak on, living in Atlanta. It's like the fake Hollywood, so everything has to be, you just gotta be on your sugar honey iced tea, so you can get so bottled up. Like, when you're in Atlanta, you're supposed to be this banging entrepreneur, you're supposed to have all this money, you're supposed to be living X, Y, and Z, and that is not the case all the time. Like, you gotta understand that where you are or what you have going on is enough, like, it's enough. Don't get me wrong, you can want more, you can want to scale to do things, but enjoying the journey, each milestone, I think that is so pivotal. Like, enjoying the milestone, no matter what it is. Like, if you this year you in a different tax bracket, you don't hit another 10K on, your tax bracket, celebrate that. You get what I'm saying? So it's like those little small things, telling yourself that, what you have is enough. Oh yeah, I may not have edges, but I'm gonna have edges next year, or I may, you gotta really love on yourself, whether you a big girl, a skinny girl, a thick girl, curvy girl, it does not matter, because I have been there when I didn't have a self-esteem, and now I have self-esteem. So I feel like I'm very credible to speak on it. Like, I wasn't always self-confident a self-confident queen. I have struggled, and sometimes I still struggle. I have my days, you know, but I feel like it's important to understand who you are. Layla, stop. It is important to understand who you are and love on yourself. Like, somebody is going to see that. Somebody's going to see that. What I learned is, well, when I love on myself, or when I'm true to me, I allow I'm so sorry. I got a text message and it just really like threw me off. But you know, when I love on myself, I allow like others to love on themselves. You know, it like when I'm loving on myself, and it's like my friends, I can see it just drift off to them, and I'm like, yeah, you know, I could just tell. And some of my friends, they don't be want to acknowledge it, but I'll be like, girl, you know, this and that. But it's 2022 now. I want to spread more awareness on, you know, confidence, because I wasn't that girl. I wasn't that woman that always had confidence. I had to build myself. Even when I was married, I did not have a lot of confidence. And thankfully, he did a lot of other stuff, but he really poured into me, where he would make me, like, well, I wouldn't say make, but I'll be in the mirror and he would make me write "I am beautiful" on the mirror. It was things like that that really, you know, gave him big brownie points. But I just took those nuggets, you know, and thankfully I had the mindset of saying, oh, God allowed him to come to my life and, you know, share some of the gems that he had and be able to give them to me. And now I feel like I'm sufficient enough to be able to talk to any woman or man and let them know, like, you're beautiful, you're handsome, you wealthy, you are appreciated. Like, that's my biggest thing, appreciating myself, appreciating others. And that would take you so far. So I'm gonna add this to my male whispering series, just because it's still on the same line of male whispering right now, because you have to, in order for you to attract what you want, you have to be that first, you know. So and that's why I feel like I am credible to speak on how I talk to men, because I'm so confident in who I am and I flow with that. And people can see that. Now, I do play a lot. I'm very humorous, but I'm very assertive as well. And when it comes to having people in my circle, I'm really big on energy, and I think that's the Cancer in me. I'm really big on energy, and I can just feel it and know, like, oh, he playing or she playing, you know, like that's not for me. And it has really put me in a lot of great positions, being able to trust my intuition. So thank you guys. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up, like, smash that like button, comment below. Like I said, comment below, like, let's engage. This is a new channel for me, so it's going to be a lot of different videos, just because I want to figure out what my niche is, what my audience really wants to see, you know, truly wants to see. This I can give off that's authentic and genuine. Make sure you go follow my social medias. I do have a TikTok. I am blowing up on TikTok. I ain't got number like 300 followers, but I'm blowing up on TikTok. I think it just allows me to be my humorous self. Like, that is an app that allows me to be unapologetically me. And I'm funny. Like, I'm funny. Follow my social media. Follow my Instagram. That's where I'm all pretty made up, you know, model like. And Facebook, you know, that's for my family members, you know, my cousins and aunties and uncles. But like I said, I appreciate you guys for supporting my channel, engaging with me. Until next time, peace. Bye, Pooh.